Hey, 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 it's so great to see all of you today. Do me a favor and pop in the comment section. And here's what I'd like to know today is if you would like an autographed copy, and you have to be live, if you would like an autographed copy of this book, just a second. So this is my coach, Rich Christensen. He wrote this book. I think it's amazing. And I ordered a bunch of them and he signed them. So if you would like an autographed copy of this while we are live, send me an email, drb@drbarbaraeaton.com. Do not put it in the comment section below. This is what you have to do. I want to see if you can follow directions. In the comment section, say, I want a book. And then send me an email at drb@drbarbaraeaton.com. And in your email, include your address and why you're worthy of this book. And here's why I'd like to know you're worthy. I want to know, what are you doing different in 2019 to take you and your practice up over the top? Because that's what this girl has done right here. Dr. Loni has killed it. And that's why I wanted her to be on this call. And there's Dr. Tiffany, another boot camper. She's killing it too. So Dr. Loni, welcome. Thanks for joining me today.
Thank you for having me. I'm glad to be here.
Absolutely. So let's talk about your journey. You graduated. Then what's going on that you're like loving practice?
Yeah, so this year has been a whirlwind. Next month will be 1 year since graduation. And in that year, I graduated from chiropractic school. I got engaged. I started practice working for another doctor, got married, and then realized that I wanted to open my own practice, joined the boot camp, and made it happen with less than 8 weeks from deciding to open a practice. I was open and seeing patients. And I look back at this year and I think, holy moly, I did it.
That is so awesome. So did everyone catch that? She went from being a chiropractic college student to getting her degree, being engaged, getting married, opening her practice, and in 8 weeks, and she has a smile on her face. So let's talk about, like, how have you done that? What is the difference? Because as you and I both know, a lot of people open their practice and it's anything but the smiling time. It's stressed out. They're not sleeping. Their health is failing. Their relationships are slowly deteriorating. What did you do differently?
It is absolutely about my mindset was the first part, which I learned about in week 1 of the boot camp, because before I got involved in the boot camp, I didn't even know that I wanted to open my own practice. And so once I got into the group and I went through the first week of training of mindset and just figuring out what is it that I want and what can I do to get past my fears, I went, oh my goodness, this is what I'm supposed to do. And I am not only excited, but I can see how I can be ready. And so through the boot camp, I realized that it wasn't about planning every single step of the way. It was setting a goal and execution. And so that's what I did. Through the boot camp, I learned all of the steps by all of the different assignments, just step by step, how to get through it. And I just keep up with my homework and I do it every day. And here I am doing my deal.
You know, I love, Loni, that you went from mindset to action. This came up in I honestly, I can't remember if it was in the boot camp or somewhere else, about this idea of, I just keep wondering, like, why am I not doing what I'm supposed to be doing? Why am I sitting in so much fear? Why is it despite, and many times this is for either doctors who are in associate positions or doctors who've been in practice for a long time, is we keep asking ourselves, why am I not? And that's not a good question to ask ourselves, because then your mind throws out all of this negativity, right? Because our mind is like a bank, and the bank teller is only going to give you what you ask for. Like, I'd like to make a withdrawal, or I'd like to make a deposit. And so if we ask our mind something better, like you asked your mind based on the training in week 1 of, what do I really want? Not why don't I have what I really want, but what do I really want? And how do I systematically get there? And then you said, I'm in, all in, massive action. I'm doing the steps. I'm doing my homework. I'm staying committed, because it doesn't just happen. Our lives don't just change because we sit around and think about it, right? It's like the practice member who's like, you know what? I'm going to think about taking action. I'm going to think about if I'm going to start getting adjusted. No one's life changes because of that. So what are some of the action steps that you have committed to that are having such a huge impact in your practice?
My favorite one is so simple that I have to laugh at myself when I don't do it and I don't get results. And I think, "Ugh, what am I like? What I go back to? What am I doing wrong?" And it's like, oh, well, I haven't been going out and doing this. My favorite thing is to make the referral gift packet, and I will go to the businesses around me, and I can physically, I'm downtown Nashville, so I can just walk out my door and start walking to businesses and opening up and bringing in a referral gift packet and talking to the business owners and just say, hey, it's great to meet you. I'm in the area too. What can we do? What kind of things can we do together? And I give them that referral gift packet. And I've got it pretty systematically now, because I will document every person that I give one to. And out of out of walking through, just getting connected, out of 10, I will always get a new patient out of one of them. And then beyond that, I will make strategic partners with at least one or two in some way. So to immediately have a patient, that's mind blowing to me. That, and some people would say, oh, but 1 out of 10, like, oh, that's not very good odds. I think that's fantastic odds to know that when I'm, on about number 7 or 8, I'm like, okay, well, it's going to happen soon. And then sometimes it happens on the very first one. And sometimes it's even better. Like, it just, each time I walk out there, I know that I'm going to have a new patient. I don't know any other thing that I can do where it's that kind of assurance when you're sitting in an empty office, when you're brand new doc thinking, oh, what do I do? How do I get a patient? I know what I need to do, and I can do it.
Right. Right. I love that. Like, based on experience. And if you caught that, in the boot camp, we also talk about, like, you can't improve that which you don't measure. So we have systems, we have logs in order to measure what am I doing and what results I'm getting, right? Because then that brings in the predictability and the consistency. Week 3, day 6, and the boot camp is starting with the end in mind. Like, what is my jet fuel for the mission ahead? And if I know exactly, like, I need 3 cups of this and 2 cups of this and a teaspoon of this, and this has proven to work in my practice. And so if I want 10 new practice members, these are the metrics I have to hit. Boom. Boy, does that make life a lot easier. And I love your perspective of, okay, some people may say 1 out of 10. Okay, let's put it into perspective there, right? So you go to a screening, you talk to 10 people, right? Whether it's vendors or people who are passing by, and does your screening lead to 1 new practice member in your office, booked, scheduled, everything, for every 10 you talk to? Probably not. And not only that, look at all the people you have that you can follow up with. And I don't know if you caught the training I did yesterday. I went live and talked about networking and how when you walk into an office, what's an upgrade of how we talk to them, right? Remember, the conversation is, how would I know if the person I'm talking to is a great candidate for your business? How would I know if the person I'm talking to is a great candidate for your business? And so that's one thing I love about the boot camp is we're all learning together. Like, no one is put down. No one is judged. Like, we never lose. We either win or we learn. We never lose. We either win or we learn. And so what's the next way that I can do this thing and upgrade it? What's the next way I can make this better the next time? Not beat myself up over the rear view mirror, but do it better the next time.
Yep.
And I love too, like in the boot camp, Loni connected me with the individual who she has an office space in and through. So now we can bring it to bigger levels within our profession to say rinse and repeat. Like, the system is working really well to have really low overhead and still be able to serve her community. And so be watching for a Facebook Live I'll be doing with about that soon. And I think Loni, that this technology will allow you and Mike and I to all be doing a Facebook Live together. So we're going to put you on the spot on that one. So that'll be super cool. So as we wrap this up, what advice do you have to, number one, a student who would be watching, number two, a new doc who, let's say a new doc who is in an associate position and just like has that feeling in their heart of, I want to get out, but I don't know how to run a business. So that person, as well to a new doc who is sitting there and it's crickets in their office. What advice do you have to them?
I would say, because I have been all of those at one point, because before I opened this practice, I was in another one where I was sitting in the crickets. I've been a student near graduation going, I'm almost graduating and I don't know what I'm going to do. In all of these, I would say you need to find your tribe. It's absolutely about not doing it alone. It is connecting, because you don't have to reinvent the wheel. And I guess I would say join the boot camp, because we are a tribe, because this has been life-changing for me. If I didn't have this tribe of chiropractors and friends, honestly, to share my goals with, keep me accountable, and post when things are going amazing. And, some days are rough and I don't feel like I'm doing the best. And I say, oh, this is what I'm doing. And they say, okay, let's talk about it. This is a place where you can improve. Or I've had a day like that too. Finding your tribe is so big, and helping yourself get the right mindset.
I love about the boot camp that we can report like having a bad day, and love is shown by saying like, I've been there too, but it's not just, oh, it's okay, just keep sucking, right? Instead with the boot camp, it's like, hey, I've been there. This is what I did. Hey, I've been there, and let's jump on the phone and let's talk about how to get out of the rut, right? Because I was on a coaching call yesterday and I said, we can expend a lot of energy and go nowhere. And that leads to burnout. And I think of it like, up here in Alaska, sometimes when we go riding, we can get into muskeg, which is this like, it's this nasty dirt, and man, it'll just suck you in. And I can, like my husband can put the pedal to the metal and we just spin and spin and spin and spin and spin and spin and spin, and we don't go anywhere. And you know what happens? More muskeg gets thrown on top of our wheels. So we sink deeper. And many times what happens when individuals don't have systems and they don't have a tribe that they can reach out to is it's just like that. They go harder and harder and harder and destroy their health more and more and more and get less and less sleep. Meanwhile, the muskeg just keeps coming over the top because they don't know what to do to get up and over and out, right? And that's the lifeline of systems in the boot camp. That's the lifeline of the fact that there are 18 content creators of experts in their field. So it's like, all right, I know exactly what to do. I just bam, I'll do these things. And it's not about doing more. It's about doing the best stuff.
Yes.
So I just want to tell you, congratulations. I am so proud of you. So very proud of you. And thank you so much for joining me and making a lasting impact in the lives of those who are watching us now or who will watch this later. So Loni, have a great day. God bless you. And thanks so much. Keep rocking on, sister.
Thank you. We'll see you later.
You're welcome. See ya. Bye.